All right, let's get right into it. If you're looking to start an online business here in India, I know that whole topic of GST can feel, well, pretty intimidating. But what if I told you that it's actually way simpler than you've been led to believe? In this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise and give you a super simple, clear guide for 2025.
So let's tackle the biggest question first, the one that I'm sure is on your mind. Do you really, truly need a GST number just to start selling your products online? Well, stick with me, because the answer is probably not what you think.
You see, almost everyone rushes to get registered because all the old articles and videos out there say you have to. And, they weren't wrong. That used to be the rule. But a massive update in late 2023 completely changed the game, making it so much easier for small sellers like you to just get started. At Filing Buddy, we call ourselves your Dande Ka Sathi, your business partner, and we mean it. Our whole philosophy is that we should be the ones handling all the boring, complicated tax stuff so that you can get back to doing what you're passionate about, which is building your brand and selling your products.
We've spoken with thousands of entrepreneurs, and the biggest roadblock they face, it's almost never about finding a good product. It's that fear. The fear of getting the paperwork wrong, of getting a notice from the tax department, of just not being compliant. We totally get it, and that's exactly the fear we're going to clear up today.
So let's get to the heart of all this confusion. Why is there so much bad advice out there? Honestly, it all comes down to one simple thing that most people just don't know about.
And this slide says it all. It's about interstate versus interstate sales. So if you're sitting in Mumbai and you ship an order to someone in Delhi, that's called interstate. In that scenario, yes, GST registration is absolutely mandatory from your very first sale. No way around it. But what if you only sell within your own state, say from Mumbai to Pune? Well, that's intrastate, and that, my friends, is where the magic happens.
This brings us to the absolute game changer, the exemption rule. This is the big secret that honestly most new sellers and frankly even some accountants don't seem to know about.
And the magic number is this, 40 lakh rupees. That's right, if your total annual sales are below 40 lakhs, you might not need a full-blown GST registration at all.
Now, to be super clear, there are 3 simple rules for this to apply. First, you have to be selling physical goods, not services. Second, as we just discussed, you can only sell to customers located inside your own state. And third, your total sales for the whole year have to be under that 40 lakh rupee mark. Check all 3 boxes, you're in.
So, if you meet those conditions, you don't need a full GSTIN. Instead, you can get something much simpler called an enrollment ID. It's a basic registration that lets you get on platforms like Amazon or Meesho and start selling without all the heavy paperwork.
I love this way of putting it. Just think of the enrollment ID as GST Lite. It gives you all the access you need to the big marketplaces, but you get to skip the headache of filing monthly GST returns. It's the perfect way to start and test your business.
Okay, so you're up and running, but then you get your first payout from Meesho and you see a deduction. You're probably thinking, what is this? Let's decode that 1% deduction and clear up this whole alphabet soup of TCS and TDS. What you're seeing is a 1% deduction called TCS, which stands for Tax Collected at Source. The e-commerce platform, like Amazon, automatically collects this on your sales. And I know, when you first see it, it feels like another fee, another cost.
But I really need you to remember this. This is not a cost. The best way to think about it is like a security deposit on a rental apartment. It's your money. The government is just holding it for you, and it's just sitting there waiting for you to claim it back. It is not a platform fee.
And this brings me to a much bigger point, really a core part of how we see things at Filing Buddy. We believe you should look at compliance not as a chore, but as a powerful tool for your business.
We truly believe compliance isn't some kind of punishment for being successful. It's your passport. Getting your GST sorted out is the one thing that lets you break free from your local market and sell to anyone, anywhere in India, turning your small business into a national brand.
So to wrap things up, I want to leave you with 3 incredibly simple, practical rules. Just think of this as your safety checklist to make sure you always stay on the right side of things. All right, here are the 3 golden rules. First, monitor your limits. If you're using that simple enrollment ID, keep a close eye on your turnover. The second you're about to cross 40 lakhs, or you ship even one order out of state, it's time to upgrade to a full GSTIN. Second, claim your TCS. That 1% deposit doesn't come back on its own. You have to log into the GST portal every month and claim it. It's like cashing a check. If you don't do it, the money's gone.
And third, and this one is so important, always file your returns, even if there are no returns. Had 0 sales this month, you still have to log in and report 0. It takes less than a minute and saves you from some really nasty late fees.
Look, following these rules gets you compliant, which is fantastic. That's step one. But the real question, the exciting question is, once that's handled, are you ready to take the next step and scale your business to every corner of the country?
If any of this still feels a little bit much, just remember you don't have to figure it all out by yourself. Filing Buddy is here to be your Dande Ka Sathi. If you want to chat with an expert and just get some clear answers for your specific situation, go ahead and check out the link in the description. We're here to help.